Okay, so there are two ways you can make a square piece of paper out of a rectangular piece of paper, and I'll show you both of those ways. The first one, and probably the easiest, is to get your rectangular piece of paper, find the corner, and fold it over so that it lines up with the other side, and so that you get a good tip at the top there. So fold this corner up to the side, the other side of the piece of paper, open it up, and then you can cut along here to make a square. Okay, the first square piece of paper. Now the other way you can do it is by using a ruler and a pencil. You want to decide on a length that you want your square to be. So I'm going to go with, well, let's check. So it's just over 11 centimeters. So we'll measure 11 centimeters across. So we want to line up, put a mark at 11. Same with this side. Mark at 11. Then you want to find that measurement. Line up with the ruler. Make sure the measurement's starting from the edge of the paper though. 11 centimeters. And just make sure that's not too far out. Measure these two marks against each other as well. Perfect. 11 right across. Then two square pieces of paper and with two different methods. This is our first project. We're going to make a crown. So what I need you all to do is to get one piece of paper. One piece of paper. The first thing we're going to do is flip it over. Okay, so mine, it has two different sides. Mine has pretty side and the not so pretty side. Yours might be the same on both sides, in which case it doesn't really matter. We're going to go from one side to the other side. We're going to fold like this. Okay, and try and get them as close as possible the edge. You can see mine has a little bit of white around the edge. You don't really want that. If you can avoid that, that would be good, but it's a little bit tricky.
We'll be folding across diagonally.
And then once we folded it that way, we're going to open it up. I'm going to rotate it a little bit, and we're going to do the same thing, but from the other side.
Watch Sam.
Okay.
She'll help you.
Fold it over.
Use our Sammy, she'll help you.
We have another rectangle, but you should have a crease right in the middle there from your last fold. All right, cool, go back. Let's open it back up again. And now, this one's a little bit trickier maybe for the younger ones. We're gonna get one of the corners and we're gonna fold it into the middle. Now, if you want a little hack, you could get a pencil, find where those two lines cross over, the two creases, you can draw a little dot, okay, and that will help. You don't have to do that, but you can if you think that will help. And we're going to take the corner and fold it into the dot, okay? just like that. Nice. And if you've already got that, you're going to do it same with this corner here. Fold it into the middle. We'll have a point. All right, so the next part is we're going to get this bottom, well, it's really top for you guys on your screen, this edge, we're going to fold it up to that middle line as well, okay? So we're going to fold it just underneath the bottom of the two triangles. Looks like a little boat, doesn't it? This way.
Or a hat.
Or a hat, yeah. Our next fold is we're going to fold along that join where they all meet. Let's make it even more like a boat or a hat. Okay?
A hat.
So you fold it along that middle crease where everything meets over the top of the two triangles. One last fold is you're going to fold this in half. This way. Okay. Then you can open that up, and that's our first corner of our crown. So you can see if I get my crown here. This is one of these spikes on our crown. Okay. right, if you have 6, what you're going to do next is swap them all together like I showed you before, okay? So what you want to do though is make sure you kind of go around in a circle. The one in your right hand, you're going to slide it into the one in the left hand. Now they might not stay together. I found that when I made one without gluing them together, it fell apart as soon as I put it on my head. What you could do, if you have any, you could get some glue.
Yeah.
Glue. And you could glue them together so they stay together. All right, we're going to do our next origami craft. This one moves. Okay. All right, so if you want, you could have different colored paper. It has lots of different colored paper. Whoop, on it. Or you can have all the same. Doesn't really matter. But we need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pieces of paper. And for this one, you don't have to do it right now, but you will definitely need glue to finish this one off, okay? Because we have to glue the pieces of paper together. Okay, so for this one, we are again going to start exactly the same as before. We're going to fold one edge over to the other. Okay, so that edge you just folded, so you've gone this way, same edge that you just folded, you're going to bring up again, and fold it again towards the top. Whoop. Try and get it as close to the edge as possible. Then we're going to do the exact same thing again. Fold it up to the top. Now, the more you fold it, the harder it gets to get close to that edge. You've really got to be careful.
It's very tricky.
It is very tricky. So you've got this piece. And grab the
Is it just one layer we fold down?
Fold it down.
Yes.
Flip that over again. The exact same thing.
Another piece?
That one makes it easy.
Folding that over. So it should be half the thickness of the piece of paper again. It's very, very thin. If you got to that point, so that's great. You're going to open it all up again. So that when you open it up, it should look like this. With lots of little creases. Then we're going to rotate it. Fold it like this way. It's a little bit tricky. Just like we did on our crown. I'm gonna fold it in half like that. So you should see all the little creases still. So you fold it in half. And then you've got one edge that's your crease, that's your fold, and one edge that's open. Okay? So take this open edge and fold it back on itself over to fold. Flip it over and do the same thing with this edge. So you're going to take the open edge, fold it over to the creased edge. So you should end up with a long piece of paper with lots of little creases on it. all the way across. And
Like this?
look like this from the edge, okay? All right, now this is a little tricky, but it's still not the trickiest part. With all of those little creases, what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold them over. So you're gonna fold on the first crease, and then you're gonna go underneath on the next crease, and then you're gonna fold on top, and then you're gonna fold underneath, and just follow every crease along, going on top, underneath. Make sure you don't miss any of the creases. As you're going along, it should stay the same width, roughly, okay? On the crease, on the crease, on the crease. So it should look like this.
Sammy.
Where am I? At the end. Oh, spring.
She went to the second one.
Nice.
Like an accordion.
Yeah, it is like an accordion. You're right. Yep. Awesome. Okay. So,
With no music.
so this one, you'll see you have one end
Click,
that has
click,
lots of little
click,
pieces of
click.
paper sticking out, and then one end that's just all folded. This is the folded end.
Mine is littler
And
than
see how this one's got heaps of little pieces of paper on the edges? This is the edge you want. What you're gonna do, this is tricky, is you're gonna try and pull this paper out a little. Not too far, don't go too far. Okay. Till it's kind of its own thing on the edge. When you pull them out, squash this, it should look like a V. Okay? So this is where we started. And these little bits are out on the side. You can squash it down. Looks like a V. Okay? It's tricky, and we're gonna do the same thing with the other side. Get these little pieces of paper that are sticking out at the edge.
What? I do not get this.
It's a little bit tricky. It'll feel like you're pulling it and you shouldn't pull it and you're gonna rip it, but you're not. It's okay. And then open it up.
you get the white bit from the edge. You pull one side out.
Inside out, yeah.
Pull one side out, and then you start to pull the next sides out, just like this. And then you like grab them together with your fingers. Or you can just do that and put your finger under and grab them.
Mine look right? Screen.
Yeah. And then you just gotta fold them together.
And then you squish them to get back together again. And open them up. Gonna get your glue stick, Leah?
Yeah. Glue on all of the sides?
Yeah, just on one side, as in like all three parts of one side.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yep. And then you're gonna get another one and you're gonna put it on the top.
And then just keep going?
Yep. So you'll notice when you do this that some of the angles of your V shapes might be a bit out. So you need to try and line them up so that they match each other. Okay? These mine are a bit out. I don't know if you can see that. I put that one in the middle and see the orange behind it. Wow, that's awesome. Great work.
How the all closed? Everything comes open, the flower open.
It looks like, yeah, it looks like a flower. Very cool. Good job.